touch interface for computers and cell phones is all the rage, and now the trend is continuing with a new line of computers from Hewlett-Packard. This is Walt Mossberg, personal technology columnist for the Wall Street Journal, and I have lately been reviewing these new HP computers, which are called the TouchSmart models. Now, this is actually the second attempt by HP at a touch-controlled desktop computer in recent years. The first TouchSmart came out in early 2007, was primarily meant for use on kitchen counters, and it was not a big hit. But HP has persevered and has now brought out a new model of the TouchSmart that is much slimmer and is not primarily meant for the kitchen counter. In fact, it looks kind of like a Dell XPS-1 or an Apple iMac, something that is kind of, at first glance, looks just like a monitor, but the computer is built into the back. The difference is that HP has layered on top of Windows Vista this suite of applications it calls TouchSmart. There's a calendar, there's a music player, photo player, weather widget, even a rudimentary web browser, all of which are meant to be controlled by touching the screen with your finger. I've been reviewing the TouchSmart computer, this new one, for a few days, and I have sort of a mixed reaction to it. I think HP deserves a lot of credit for trying to differentiate itself from, let's say, Dell with this touch software, and it does work, but it's fairly rudimentary and limited and kind of ragged around the edges. On the plus side, this is a powerful computer, very well equipped. It has 4 gigabytes of memory. The base model will sell for $12.99. A more powerful model will sell for $14.99. And it is a standard Windows Vista computer with a keyboard and a mouse. You can do all the normal things with it. Plus, this touch interface is handsome and it's fun to use. There are 2 rows of tiles you can activate with your fingers. The larger ones at the top are kind of your favorites, the ones you want to use most often. Then there's a row at the bottom that is for less frequently used applications. But the downside is that these things are limited. The music player, for instance, doesn't do a fabulous job of reading all of the artist and album information, at least in my tests, from the MP3 files. The photo application doesn't let you create customized photo albums. The reminder function in the calendar program really only puts up an on-screen reminder if you happen to be in the touchscreen part of the computer, the TouchSmart part of the computer. If you're in regular Windows and a reminder comes up in your TouchSmart calendar, a little light goes on, but you don't get an on-screen reminder. The other limitation of it is it's not what is called multi-touch. That's the system, I guess, made most popular on the iPhone, but that is also a core part of the next version of Windows, codenamed Windows 7. And multi-touch is where you can use more than one finger and certain gestures to do a variety of tasks. The HP TouchSmart is really much more of a simple system where your finger tapping on the screen is treated kind of like the mouse clicking on an icon. And so my bottom line is this is a handsome, powerful computer with a touch innovation that is fun to use, but it doesn't really realize what I think will be the full potential of touch computing that is going to unfold over the next couple of years. This is Walt Mossberg at the Wall Street Journal, and I'll see you next week.